Howdy howdy. Today we will be digitizing my Tamatober art that I've done so far. So far I've done 3 of them. For these I did them traditionally, and I used pencil and then I used Crayola markers. Because I did end up buying a pack of Crayola markers. I have them behind me. I bought the big 40 washable markers. Woohoo. And I like them. Obviously they're not comparable to alcohol markers, but I actually do really like them. And I have been posting the traditional versions on my Tamagotchi Instagram so far, but you know, why not just digitize them? Actually, I want this bigger. I want them to be bigger so I can get more detail. So, let's make a new file. I want it to be a square. Yeah, I usually do 9000 by 9000, and I don't know that I need the DPI to be that high, so we're just going to go with 600. I also learned that whenever I turn on and off the microphone, but using the switch on my headset, it makes this horrible noise, which, yuck. So I've been editing my fishbowl videos just to remove that noise, but also just because I want to improve the editing, and I'm thinking I'm going to start putting more effort into my art videos too, and put more editing effort into them, because usually it's just stitching clips together if it's needed. I did a little bit of editing on last week's just because, was it last week's? I don't know. On the Serenity drawing just because I, added all those clips of the cats. But I would like to, in future, just put more effort into my channel in general. Because I think it will be worth it, and it will make the videos something I'm actually proud of, because I'm actually more proud of my videos on the fishbowl now that they have more effort put into them. We're going to do a line art because, I just think the Tamagotchi art looks cuter when it's still got the line art. Or maybe I could do a couple later in the month where we do not have line art. For day 1, the prompt was favourite colour. If you've got a time-lapse or anything else that you would like to show, like you'd like me to include it in the video and show, you can feel free to send me that. I would happily share other people's time-lapses. In fact, that's always open. If you've ever got a art video, like a one-off art video or even a little series you'd like to post, but you don't want to have your own YouTube channel, you can always send it my way. I'm always happy to share other people's stuff as well. For the favourite colour, my favourite colours are pink and yellow, and I looked on the Tamagotchi Wikipedia and just kind of scrolled through looking at the colours of the different characters, and that's how I picked them. Amusingly, despite the fact I made the prompt list, I actually misread it as favourite character. So I also have a picture of some of my favourite Tamagotchi characters. It's in my sketchbook. I will probably show it to you eventually. I'd probably get it easier if I just got a circle, wouldn't I? I should lock this layer so I don't accidentally merge those. Sunny-Chi was actually on my favourite characters too. It's on the version 5, I believe. I've definitely gotten it on the version 5, I don't know what other versions it's on. Chamamamechi is also on the version 5, I think. I think she might also be on the mix in the IDL. I think I have an IDL. I haven't ran it in ages though. I don't have any Tamagotchi running at the moment. But maybe I should run one again. I really want to get the Tamagotchi Uni. I just have to save up for it. And I'm bad with money. I used to think I was quite decent with money because I definitely budget, and like at any time I have, and you can look at the back of my notebook and it will say exactly what things I have coming up, like what expensive and it's all planned out, but at the same time I'm also prone to last minute purchases. Like those mystery squishmallows that I've been thinking of getting, I'm definitely getting them. I'm just waiting until tomorrow at the earliest to get them. And they're on pre-order anyway, so it's not like it matters how soon I order them. But they're so cute, and there's also this corn squishmallow, and I think I want to get that too. And obviously I did end up getting those Crayola markers. I will definitely make a video of them. One of the things I like about art supplies, like, I don't feel as guilty as I could feel for buying different art supplies, because, you know, when I buy different art supplies, that's just another art supply I can show other people, and that's fun at least. It gives me reason to show and talk about them with others. And then maybe others can look at me using these art supplies and decide whether or not they want those art supplies. Because I know there's definitely art supplies where part of my decision process is just looking online to seeing how other people feel about their art supply. I've been really enjoying editing the Fishbowl videos. And I'm actually really looking forward to next season of Fishbowl, because obviously Season 2 starts with the videos that are very low effort, and I think Season 2 started on my laptop, and my laptop was not very good at doing things in general. So I'm looking forward to having Season 3 start, and having all of Season 3 be better, and hopefully by the time Season 3 starts I will have improved a lot at editing in general, and that'll be fun. Finn, the owner of the Fishbowl SMP, streams on Twitch, and I might download a couple of his streams and edit them down for him. And then it's up to him if he wants to post them or not, but he doesn't seem opposed to the idea, which is good. But I can do that. I can edit down some of his streams for practice. Maybe some of the other members of the Fishbowl SMP, I could ask them if they would like me to edit down some of their streams for practice. Because, you know, you can never have too much practice, and I obviously need to look online for some resources on improving my editing ability. Editing wasn't exactly ever part of the I want to be good at editing when I started posting videos on YouTube, but, you know, I post videos and I don't have the funds to pay someone else to edit them, so being able to edit is definitely a useful ability. I really like this so far. The lines are a little bit wobbly and scribbly, but you know what, I think that improves to it. That adds to it, I mean. I'm not going to handwrite the text though, because I don't want to. And honestly, my handwriting is not always great. For you can see my handwriting in the background, obviously. But it's not awesome. I mean, it's not the worst, but, you know. I don't know how you take a thing and you just curve it. Like, I don't know how people do that. Obviously, my image editing needs some work too. I have two screens, obviously, because there's the art tablet screen, and then there's the monitor behind it. And whenever I'm doing art, obviously I want to be looking at the art tablet screen, but at the same time, I find myself often just accidentally looking at the monitor instead, and it's like, oh, now I'm just looking at the monitor and I'm using my screened tablet like it's a screenless tablet, which is a little bit amusing to me. But at the same time, the art tablet screen is a little bit darker than my than the monitor screen. So when I'm playing games, I want to be looking at the monitor. But I every so often find myself looking at the art tablet screen and just squinting. Oh, right, it doesn't automatically do the thing. So I'm going to put today's date, since I'm colouring it on the today. And obviously I've got to rotate it. Or it's not readable to this angle, because I want it to follow the curve of the circle. My monitor actually has a whole bunch of little fellas on it, because I got these little things online that sit on the monitor, so they give little platform kind of things, and little shelves, that's the word for it. So I have a bunch of little guys on the top of my screen, and then I also have this little thing that the monitor sits on, so it's raised, so I can actually see it over my art tablet. So I have my art tablet on the desk at all times now. but it's I have so much clutter on my desk. I will have to eventually show you all the cluttering. I have these two little Kakashi figurines on my desk, on the little shelves, but I watch a lot of Ethos Lab, his videos, and his Minecraft skin is in fact Kakashi. So now whenever I look at those Kakashis that sit above my monitor, I tend to think of Etho instead of Kakashi. I've been actually thinking of painting them and changing them up a little bit, because they're only like cheap little guys, so you know, change them up, make them over so they are actually Etho, like maybe with a little Minecraft symbol on them. I think it would be cute. That's a little bit funny. I'm referring to where it put the dots for the mesh. Let's start colouring. We can move this aside so we can still grab the colours from it. And oh, right, I forgot the background. I just don't want it to interfere with my colouring. Do I need the line up here thickened anymore? What does it look like if I do thicken it? It mostly just makes our spots darker, so not really necessary. Let's lock that layer too, because I don't want to accidentally mess with it. Right, let's do bright yellow for the background here. Do I want any shading, or do I want it flat? I think we'll leave the background flat. Okay, so her hair is, well, her hat thing is kind of this peachy pink. The colours I'm using aren't going to be 100% true to the characters, but you know what, I think that is fine, because they are my version of the characters. I think I will have a little bit of shading on the pets themselves, just not on that flat yellow background, because I feel like the background looks better if it's just yellow. I'm very glad that I decided to make a prompt list for Tamatober this year. It's been really fun seeing everyone else's art for this prompt list that I've made, because it's really cool knowing that in part I inspired that art by giving them a prompt list to follow. And of course, anyone using the prompt list is welcome still to edit and modify the prompt list to make it work better for them, but it's just really cool seeing everyone look at this prompt list and go, yeah, I will do that. It's just super cool, and I'm enjoying doing it too, because I like Tamagotchis, but at the same time I think my Tamagotchi related art could do some improvement, because I find Tamagotchi art to actually be more difficult to drawing humans or doing anything realism based, just because Tamagotchi art doesn't follow the same rules. It's different. Like, these are just little guys, they're little creatures, and they don't, you know, they've got different rules and different ways to be drawn, and I find that more difficult. So it's really fun to me to work on that and improve with it. Maybe if I decide on a Tamagotchi to run, I can draw some of the Tamagotchi pets that I raise. Okay, at the moment, Stardust Knight is drawing all of their, I think it's their Spacey mix, one of their mixes, all the generations, and I think that's pretty cool. So that's definitely inspired me to maybe think about drawing some pets that I raise, if I do decide to run a Tamagotchi. But at the same time, I get distracted and forget about Tamagotchi easily, so I'm not always the best at keeping them alive. So, whoopsie doopsie. I guess it would make sense to have the sun be sort of brighter, wouldn't it? I didn't mean to duplicate that layer. Add glow. I am going to change this a little bit. This is just kind of scribbling in where I might want the glow at the moment. I'm Experiencing thoughts. I knew I was gonna blur it so there wasn't much point in being tidy, because it wouldn't stay in the lines anyway. I don't want it in the little triangles. Okay. 1, 2, all the little triangles. Thank you. I don't want it on the legs either. Oh, that doesn't help. There we go. And then maybe if we... Like, I want it to have a subtle glow, but I don't want it to be too much. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's not overwhelming. Right, let's continue with this drawing. I think we might actually just do the 1 today. Wait, her face isn't in that colour. We might just do the 1 today. I'm definitely planning to do at least 3 Tamatober art videos, so we might pick a different one of my traditional arts to colour each week. And this week is this one. If you see one of my Tamatober arts and you're like, I really want to see that one in particular coloured digitally, you can feel free to comment on it, or comment mentioning it. Because even if I don't record drawing it while talking, I will at least record it so I can do a voiceover later if you're particularly interested in seeing it digitized. Look. Right. That works. Two of my cats are outside at the moment. There was a lot of wind last night, so there's this kind of canvas thing that goes over the cage to block out some of the sun when they're out there, and it got ripped in the wind because the wind was extremely windy. So I went out there to make sure there weren't any holes where the gremlins could escape. And then I put them out, so Lily and Akira are out in the cage. Seraphina's just come into the room, that's why I mentioned them. At least I thought she did. I think she might have come into the room, looked at me and left. I must not have been interesting to her. I'm sure Terry's on my bed at the moment, since I'm not on the bed. Terry seems to enjoy sitting on the bed whenever I'm not. I'll probably end up going and grabbing the cats from the cage soon, because they haven't been going outside very recently, and if they aren't going outside on a regular basis, when they finally do go outside, they tend to not want to stay out there for too long. That looks a little bit funny. That is so goofy. We can merge those two layers. Unlock that layer for a moment. I think making it digital is definitely an improvement. But thank you all for watching today's video. I will see you in the next. I hope you have enjoyed this little Tamagotchi video. Ciao ciao.